My name is Christine, and I help entrepreneurs, people who are working to build their own small businesses to make big income, make a full-time income, and do it so that they aren't struggling, that they aren't making a ton of mistakes, that you basically find the system for success and get through all the crap of figuring it out and just get it done. I'm that person. I'm a no-nonsense, direct approach. I will just tell you exactly what to do, hand it over to you, and it's up to you, of course, to follow through and do that. I personally have been working with independent contractors for 15 years, helping them build their small businesses. But the past 7 years, I've been working in network marketing and helping people achieve their six-figure, seven-figure, and multi-seven-figure incomes doing network marketing. So that's my forte in it all. Glad to see my scopes are helping you guys, and I really wanted to make this be a beneficial scope for you. So take some ideas from this scope. It's going to be a shorter scope because I just wanted to be able to help you. So for instance, living a full life is talking about developing your story. That's actually really great. So what she's talking about is that was something she wants to hear in Scope Land. But what I want to talk about right now is if you could just have one scope, that if you could dream and wish that someone would teach you this, or that you would love to talk about this. Let's going into that. So let me break it up. So if you need to learn one skill, what is the one skill you really need to learn and you wish someone would scope about it? So let's put it in the comments there and let me know. So think of the skills. What skill are you struggling with that you really need to know how to do? How to expand your circle of people to build relationships, engagement, how to increase engagement, I assume in your social posts and media platforms, okay? Motivating team members, scope topics. See, this is one way to create scope topics, so we can talk about that. Following up with people, defining an ideal customer, how to find powerhouse builders for your network marketing business, time management, recruiting and network marketing, talk like I have some sense, moving past your warm market, elevator pitch in 20 seconds. I can help you already, Eric. Go to my youtube.com/Christine Dwyer. And, oh, actually, don't even worry about it. You can watch the video there. And I did an instruction teaching people how to grow or how to do their bio section and their about section like a Mad Libs plug and play. So go watch that Periscope, but you can go to theperiscopescoop.com and download the worksheet. I give it right to you. How to gain momentum with little to no followers, how to talk to convince people to follow. Okay. So remember, I would say get rid of the word convince. That might be a good one. Convince, I know, is just used, but don't think of it as you got to convince people, because it's not about convincing. So we could talk about that. Keep faith when times get tough. Not at all. Oh, thanks. The Periscope Scoop is going to give you a worksheet to help you be able to create your one-liner bios, your elevator pitch, as well as your about section. Make your voice stronger when speaking. Oh, good. How did you personally get your own business started and stable? I think that's a question to me. How to gain customers in your niche. I love that you're putting all of these, and I see a wide range and a lot of thorns. So if you're looking, obviously it's a thorn in your side, that if you could just kind of figure this out a little bit, then you'll be able to get a little bit further in your business. Some of the skills that you guys, like for instance, that person just put graphic design. I'm not a graphic design person. I do create my own content a lot of the times, and I can point you to resources that I've used, like we did a Periscope on using Canva, Canva.com, to be able to create your own designs, and Canva has templates that is kind of a plug and play over there as well. So those are, obviously I'm not a graphic designer, but I just study a lot. So I study a lot of what attracts, what gets people's attention, as well as what techniques work. So I study a lot, and I know some of the goods, ins and outs. So that's mostly it. I can't be a pro at it though, but it might be able to help you. So these topics that you guys are putting there is fantastic, because I'm going to be able to go through your comments after, and I'll be able to write these all down and capture them and build my future scopes as well, helping you with those. So again, if you're just jumping on it, again, appreciate it. And I like that one that you just put about your life being boring. Let me talk about that. My name is Christine, and I do help people who are working to build their own businesses, so a home business or working in network marketing, whatever it is, but you're your own self. And I've been helping people be able to grow their businesses and to be able to market it, how to build your network, how to get people to refer you, as well as how do you build a following. Like, that's a huge thing. And how do you get people to value what you say and put you in a thought leader or a leadership position. All of those things, I've been helping people build their businesses for the past 15 years, and many of the people that have worked with me have gone on to move into insanely successful careers as motivational and public speakers, to filming their own workout video lines, as well as many of them building in the business, of course, in leadership and team development and growth, mostly in network marketing, but in making multi-seven-figure incomes. So that's who I've been working with, and myself been doing it with network marketing for the past 7 years. So those are some of the things that I've just been studying over the years, and where I've come from, and why my journey was different than, and why I was able to be so successful out of the gate in my network marketing business that was already existing. So the company that I joined, they already was rolling with their network marketing business. But when I decided to come in and I brought a posse of people with me, I brought in a different tribe. I brought in a different mindset. And the biggest mindset of the people that I brought in was not old school marketing. I brought in a mindset of people that were already used to talking with people, to using social media to be able to grow their business, because a lot of them were moms and they didn't want to have to travel all the time. And the existing network focused mostly on face-to-face, belly-to-belly business. And I was not for that, because I was a mom. I was pregnant at the time, and I didn't want to have to always meet someone for dinner to show them a flip chart. I didn't want to do that. So I focused heavily on social media and building my marketing techniques online and being able to build a tribe. That's your thing, is when you're trying to really build your business, it's about offering value so that people aren't threatened by you, that you're a salesperson. Like someone said before with, I want to convince people to follow me or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it said. You can't convince anyone to do anything. And I don't want to have to convince anyone to do anything, because then that's icky. Like, to push someone into something. Convincing is to pushing them into something that they didn't see as value or that they didn't want to do. So you don't need to convince anyone. It's a matter of attracting. So my expertise has been in attraction marketing. I've been doing that for years. So these are some of the things that you can be able to gain. And I love that you put all those comments down there, because I've been able to build and help in majority of all that you guys posted there. There's a few that I can't, like the graphic design. I can give you my best tips, but I'm not a pro at it. And I don't think I'm a pro at anything. I think you're always trying to get better and learn to be better as well. Next question. What is the one area that you just are not good at? So what is the one area that you're really not good at, and it holds you back? Okay, so let's put that in there. What is the skill that you're really not good at and it holds you back? And we're all friends. We're all here to support each other. So nobody's going to shred anyone, because I will block people. I don't like negativity in my life. I push them away. Okay, so finding your why, marketing techniques. Thank you so much, Jay Price, for jumping on. Following up timing, inviting people to look at your business and stuff, I assume. Implementing time management, reaching out to people, creating meaningful content, making videos and sharing them, Periscope stage fright, starting your team off right, having a natural conversation without going crazy, convincing. Again, please remove convincing from your language. I know sometimes we say it without even thinking, but move away from convincing, because that's not a good word to be able to grow your business. And you'll change your mindset when you change that word as well. Finding your niche, scared to share your life, time management, sales in general, okay? Writing good copy. Hello, that's me too. You know, so for instance, if I'm going to sell something, I'm going to have to hire someone out to edit, because I don't have good grammar and I typo a lot, because I type really fast as well. So those are some things to think about. Closing the deal without sounding desperate. Yep, okay. Dealing with rejection and taking it personally. Yeah, Alicia, I just did a rejection Periscope a couple days ago, last night or a couple days ago. So maybe if you didn't check that one out, check that out, because it will be able to help you get over rejection. It's it's something that you have to constantly keep working on. Quality original posts. So these questions, or these that you guys are putting up. So let me ask you this question, and I want you to think about it. With what you just wrote up there, is that the area in your business that if you just fix that, your business would soar? So again, with what you just wrote, with your main problem of why your business isn't growing, or your main thorn in your side, or the issue that you just struggle with the most, if you fix that, would your business soar? So you can answer that, yes or no. Lots of you guys are saying that. So maybe that might be able to clarify, because I know some of you guys put up some areas that you wish you knew how to do better, but look at what the core activities are to grow your business or leadership or your own self. And that is the number one area that if we could focus on that and start workshopping and brainstorming that, you can then get better and faster in your business. So let's think about that. Organizing 2 home businesses, fitness and designing. So kind of combining, how do you combine it together, I assume? Oh yeah, so if you do, you want to follow Chalene Johnson. If you struggle with confidence, she does have a program called the Confidence Club. I can't remember exactly what she calls it, but Confidence Club. And Chalene Johnson is Chalene. So just make sure that you go follow her if you struggle with that. Patience after a sales pitch. Ooh, that's a good one. I like that one. That's one to struggle with. That a lot of people. Creative Confidence Club. Thank you so much, Wendy. Courageous. Yes, it's Courageous Confidence Club. But if you just search Chalene Johnson, she will come up into it. Consistency. I think that's a huge one. That's a big one that I see a lot of people have problems with, is consistency. I don't know how to make what I'm good at into a business. That's a good question there, Heather. Okay. So I can give you 2 cents on that one, since that was the last one that came up. What I've discovered, and I've been an entrepreneur all my life without knowing I was an entrepreneur. Seriously, we grew up really, really poor. I was the youngest of 4 girls. A house that was 200 years old. The rats were size of dogs. No heat in the winter in New York. I mean, we had nothing. And I can recall being like 4 or 5 years old, getting toilet paper ring holders, and taking yarn and making like cats out of them, and then going around the neighborhood selling those on the street. Like seriously, every way possible, I tried to make money. I always had an entrepreneur spirit, if you will, and I didn't know that. I was constantly trying to find ways to make money, and had my first real job at the age of 9, delivering newspapers and babysitting someone's kids, which I'm very, very shocked to this day that someone would let me babysit their kids. So it's really challenging. So I'm not going to say no, don't do it, because I think that you should. If you've got a burning desire to start your own business, it's your own creative idea, and you want to go from the ground up, I totally suggest that you would do it, and you definitely want to study practices on how to launch a product. And I believe Kim Garst just did a scope about that, how to launch a product. So maybe go check that out. But what I've discovered in all the years of building my businesses is it's the easiest way to build your credibility, your income, your leadership, your skills, creating other leaders, all of those things. The easiest way to do that so that you can propel your own business and efforts is by being an affiliate for a company. So you either can be an affiliate for a company and promote them and they pay you a cut, like I used to do when I used to be with Chalene Johnson's company. I was a presenter. And so when we would promote her clothing wear and sell it, we would make 10% commission off of the items. That's like an affiliate. But network marketing is honestly one of the easiest ways for you to be able to build all of those things: income, professional skills, leadership, team development, and your ability to be able to grow and be able to support an organization. You get kind of all the learning out of the way by using another company as a platform to launch off of. So yeah, I am in network marketing, but I don't tattoo and label myself with that company. I use them as a sugar daddy. That's the way I look at network marketing. I believe 100% in the company and the lifestyle, and that's why I'm going to stay with that company, because that's what I believe and that's what I promote in my life. But I use them as a sugar daddy. So for me, I already have a lot of my own profit or products that will be coming out exclusively on its own. And speaking and training programs. That's me. That stuff will be coming out on my own effort. But I wouldn't have been able to be there to create that if I didn't have my feet in the dirt to know what's needed, as well as where are my skills best utilized. So many of you guys, do you struggle? So here's another question. So let me ask you this. Do you struggle trying to figure out what you have to offer? Let's go a little bit different into that. So if you are trying to figure out exactly who you are and what you have to offer, why don't you tell me in the comments a skill that you do really well? Tell me something that you do really well, not associated with your company and whatever that you're working with now. What's one skill that you do really well? Strong. Oh, I missed it. I feeling like what I'm good at, but I really want to adventure. That's not wrong. In management, resourceful, that you're good at coaching people, creative giving, organization, stay positive in negative situations, motivation. You have no clue? Okay, I can give you some ideas on how to identify it. Organization, live video TV, awesome. Connecting with people, encourage. Organizing things, good at talking people, coaching, leadership, supporting others, lifting them up. Bad connection. Inspiring people. I hope people get excited about their dream and see a clear vision, being positive, giving hope to others, encouragement, motivational. Okay? I love these. Okay. So for someone that said that they still don't know, what I would suggest to really figure out, and this is something you all can still do, is just retrace the hard steps in your life. So when I say the hard steps in your life is, what are the concrete jobs that you had? So you had a job description and you had a title and you either had a coat you had to wear, a uniform you had to wear, a desk you had to sit at. Start going back to the areas in your life where you were following orders, if that makes sense. It's like a job description and you might be there right now. What I would suggest is start to go back and write down what you did amazing in that job, in that role. So one of the jobs I had was I seriously, to this day, I will tell you something crazy. Okay, I don't need to work a job, but I was in the grocery store the other day, and the lady checking me out goes, "Oh gosh, we've been so busy today. If you know anyone, let them know we're hiring." And you know what came across my mind? I was like, I would totally want to do this. I, for a second, thought I was going to apply to work at the grocery store because I am obsessed with checking people out. I'm obsessed with it. I don't know why. I love it. And when I was like 17 or 18 or so, I got a job at the convenience store that was actually across from my house. And I prided myself that I was the only person that didn't ever have to call someone to bail me out because the line got too long. Because I was the fastest person to check people out and get them on their way. I was the best at mopping floors. And I know this stuff seems like, well, who cares? It's mopping floors. How am I going to help people with mopping floors? You'll be surprised. Some of the skills that you think nobody wants to know, they do. They want to know. So start going to some of your jobs and what part of those jobs did you really love, as well as what did you just do really well, or that you didn't even have to think about and somebody else struggles with. So to start going through that. Now, some of you wrote in there for your value, you had a lot of great skills in there. I want you to go back and review what you wrote. Okay, so if you follow me, you know I used to be an x-ray tech. So again, I just like to be the fastest and the best and the like most efficient in everything I do. And when I was an x-ray tech, I loved running the ER all by myself. And the reason why is because I never wanted patients to have to wait longer than they had to get their readings. I wanted them out of the hospital as much as possible, but I never wanted to ask anyone to come down and help me, because if I did, then they got in my environment. Like, that was my way to be and control my own department where people didn't have to tell me what to do. I just loved running it efficiently, and I wanted to get those patients done as quick as possible so that they could go and get the readings. Like, that was what my goal was. So that's a skill, is how to be caring. So for instance, you said you didn't know what you wanted to do. I worked in the health and fitness or the medical industry. That's a huge problem. Medical professionals get very numb. They get very jaded and they lose bedside manner. So why can't you give tips on how to ask your doctor what they're really saying or something? Because how doctors talk so flippantly. Like, oh, well, you just have cancer and you probably only have four weeks to live and all, but, we could do this treatment over here, we could do that treatment over here. Like, they talk to people without really understanding. And a lot of patients will just take what the doctor says because they look at him as an authority figure and they don't really understand what they're saying. But they just say, okay, so you think we should cut their legs off? Okay. No one questions. So even if you made something that would help people understand the process, that's a big issue. I know that because, again, I used to work in the medical industry. So think about what you wrote of what your greatest value is and what you've done, and start to really dive into how can you help other people be better at that. Some, like Eric, I believe you said you're great at leadership. The thing is, a lot of people are horrible leaders. They don't understand really what a leader means. This is what they think a leader means. They think a leader is someone who's achieved money or a rank title or an award, and that you should just follow me because I'm the one who's making the most success in the business. It don't matter what you achieve. It's a matter how you support and give of yourself and train with details, being humble, and not being that person that's always looking out for guy number one. That's a leader. You don't need to say, I'm a leader to be a leader. But you'll notice people who are not leaders say they are a leader. I don't need to say it because your actions speak it. Is this kind of giving you some ideas? So as I'm kind of wrapping this up, is some of you posted, I don't know what to scope about, or I don't know what to put up for content on, say, my other social media platforms, like YouTube or Twitter or Facebook or Instagram. I can totally do an Instagram one. I learn a lot from that, and I'm still always learning. Again, I'm never perfect in anything. But here's the thing. The best way to get ideas of what you can talk about is to ask. That's it. So I've got a laundry list of things, but I thought as I was driving here, I'm like, I really want to talk about something, and I was going to talk about stretching. I was like, scopers don't want to talk about fitness as much. My Facebook wants to talk about stretching. So I was like, let me just ask them what their dream scope would be about, like the one scope they'd never miss in the world, because that would help them. And I think that's valuable because now I've got a huge laundry list. Do you realize how many ideas you guys just gave me? I know, so Cherie, let's talk about stretching. Do you realize how many ideas now I have and you have? Why don't you go back? You can go to thecatch.me/Christine Dwyer. Why don't you go back and start looking at some of the comments that people wrote and what they struggle with or what they're really good with? Because what someone was really good with, a lot of people are really bad with. So the context of when that comment came up doesn't make a difference, but you have a ton of ideas now on what you could talk about. And of course, if you aren't really confident or really have that background to be able to speak about that topic, then just don't choose that topic. Yes, Jay Price, I do my podcast, and right now mine is called The Platinum Edge, and it's more so directed towards the people who are in my business with me, but I will be launching my own that is just non-brand specific as well. So I have one now called The Platinum Edge, but the training is relative to everything. And I actually just did my podcast. I uploaded it this morning. If some of you guys kind of want to get to know me a little bit more in a different sense, I did a TED Talk, quote unquote, for our company's summit. And I basically gave insight on how people are interpreting their why wrong, and why you really should be doing what you're doing, and the way you should be looking at the words why. And I gave some insight on where I've failed, as well as what I've grown up from. So you guys can kind of see, where I'm coming from, and I think it's always good to get to know the people that you're following as well, too. So if you want to go to The Platinum Edge, that's where I put that. But I hope this was helpful, because guess what? I got a ton of ideas and you guys got a ton of ideas. Just make sure that, if you're going to talk about something that you feel strong about, just do some more research so it's just not all your own thoughts. Go Google and get some other ideas and be like, you know what, that's right. I didn't even think of it that way. Because sometimes when you know something so well and you just do so natural. So again, the person that was talking about doing videos and live streams, she probably does it really well, and she doesn't even think about other people having certain areas that are problematic, like how to set up the camera angle and what the background should be and what the lighting should be and how you should talk. So for instance, I'd never start a scope like this. Hey guys, thanks for jumping on. I'm glad to see you. I'm sorry. This is my talk show. I'm on. So these are little skills you have to think about, that whenever you start a video, you're on. You are on for your personality. This is my personality. This is how I, of course, talk and present with people. I'm an energetic person naturally, but I don't talk to my kids like this. Like, do you guys want chicken nuggets tonight for dinner? No, of course I don't always talk like that. But when you are doing live training videos or anything like that, then definitely you want to make sure you put your personality on. All right, wrapping this up. Any other final questions as we wrap it up? Feel free to put them down there. And again, go check out the comments so that you can get more ideas for yourself as well. And if you want to find out more about what I do, thank you so much there, Alicia. I really appreciate that. Go to livefitoutloud.com and you can definitely check that out. All right, so now you've got a lot of topics. You've got a lot of topics. Thanks again. All right, bye.